All right, so I'm back at Muscle Factory doing a back day today. So um, I know typically on like the first workout I do for each, I guess body part, I like to do a little bit more tutorial as I go through the exercises. But it's kind of been a long day today. I just kind of want to train, but I decided I want to go and film anyway. So yeah, we'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll open up as time goes along, as the video progresses. But yeah, we're starting with this. I don't know if you can see it in the shot, but unilateral supinated grip pull down. So just like a hammer ISO row duplicate. It's knockoff brand. I don't know what brand this is, but pretty similar. It's a little congested as far as like the chest pad in the back of the machine, but still, I'll go through all the principles I try to hit, show you guys how I use it, and you can apply this to any supinated grip machine that you use moving forward. That's kind of like this. So yeah, let's get this going. Knock this workout out today. So my setup on this particular machine, I always put the seat up pretty close to the highest setting, really just because what that allows is for when that handle comes all the way down and I drive it down and back, it allows me to have either at least pretty close to a right angle, so 90 degrees, or slightly more open, which in my opinion is okay. Obviously, if it's way down here, not going to get the same benefit from it, but yeah. So what we'll do, like I said, seat up high. I'll sit with my same side leg forward. So if I'm doing a left hand pull, I'll put my left leg forward. Right hand pull, my right leg forward. And so what I'll do is, obviously, it's underhand grip. I'll go ahead and wrap my hand. I try to get pretty close to the inside of the handle. Kick the pad, make sure I'm nice and braced in. So we want as many touch points as possible so that we don't slide in and out of the seat. And then all we're thinking about here is just stretching and then driving the elbow down and back. But whenever I do these, I always lean a little bit more toward one side, the side that I'm using. That way I'm kind of biasing the lat, because sometimes what people don't know is that your lat also controls flexion from side to side, or at least assists in it. So driving down, squeezing with the elbow, thinking down and back. And then this is just a warm-up set, so this is my third one. I'm just going to do one more rep here and then knock out the right arm. So yeah, key points. Obviously, if you're a little bit taller than me, the seat will probably be a little bit lower. Um, I always recommend using the thigh pad, and then of course grips, so that you don't have to worry about your forearms giving up before the actual muscle that you're working. Yeah, and then just driving the elbow down and back, slight lean to the side, keeping that chest up. Should be feeling that lower outer lat every rep. So we'll get another warm up on this other side real quick. All right, so we get a little bit more of a front view on this. Man, I honestly was here like 2 weeks ago, and I don't remember how much weight I did on this thing. So we're just gonna go 3 plates, knock out as many reps as we can, and if we feel like we can go up, then we'll do it. Or maybe I'll leave a little bit in the tank and go up anyway. But just play it by ear. But just like every other day, every rep with intention. That way, if we need to get through 3 to 5 to 7 to 9 to 10 to 13 reps, every rep counts. And if we need to stop short, we'll just have really good warm-up sets, really good feel for it, and we'll up the weight and do it again. So here we go. All right, we'll keep this next set pretty close in. What I did, working top on the left, did it on the right. I'm not going to record every side and set because that would just take way too long. So this is my back off set. Left arm's done, got 10 reps. Now I'm going for the right. Just going to try to match it. It feels heavy. So here we go. All right, I'm gonna lean in to stay in the shot as much as possible. But yeah, so just like a bent over row. If you know me, you know that I like to do Smith machine incline, especially, excuse me, Smith machine bent over row, especially on the Cybex. Obviously, no Cybex here, but they've got this awesome machine. So I pass on the suspect looking handles. We ain't using those. But this has a multitude of very variable grips, varying grips. Obviously, you can go up there, close grip underhand, wide grip. But what I like to do typically on my barbell rows is I go about shoulder width apart. But really, what I'm looking for is for, again, just like on my press days, my wrist and elbow joint to be stacked. So when I pull back, I should have a pretty straight line from here to here. And then I'm thinking about dragging that bar up my legs into my hips, squeezing my elbows up toward the ceiling, trying to keep my back, my spine as neutral as possible. And head placement, I think it does matter, but typically I just tell people put it where they feel comfortable. So yeah, so feet on the platform about hip width apart. Like I said, for me, it ends up being about a shoulder width grip that gets me to that place that I need to be. So before I pull, I'll draw my core in. So suck my stomach, my spine, my belly button in toward my spine. Grab the weight, lock the elbows in. So you see I lock the elbows in, extend the spine. I might stand up with the weight just a bit, and then I drive. Elbows up, weight to hips. Okay. So we already did one warm up. That's two. I think last time I was here, I did 3 1/4 for 8 reps or whatever. So we'll touch three with good intention with every rep, see how it feels, and then if we can, we'll go up to 3 1/4. But we won't be upset or overly jubilant. Either way, it'll be today's work basically. So here we go. We probably are going to. All right, so my third exercise for my back days here is single arm dumbbell row. So I teach these a little bit differently than most people do them. Again, kind of like with the bent over row machine, I try to bring my hand toward my hip, elbow up and back toward the ceiling, keeping my feeling my tricep flush up against my lat every time that I pull up. So what I like to do on these also, same as the single arm pull down, I do same side leg forward. So right arm row, right leg forward, left arm row, left leg forward. And then, yeah, just try to keep my core tight. I do give myself a little bit of a hip boost, almost to like ensure that my hand gets to my hip without me having to scoop it so far back. I try not to use too much momentum to swing up the weight. Every once in a while we do rip and grip, but for this particular one, what I do is I'll get a bench. You don't have to do it seat side, you can do it on the other side, but for the sake of the video, I'm on this side. So hand on the inside of the bench, good support with my left side, left leg back, right leg forward. Obviously I've got the weight. Like I said, I'll stand, stomach tight, hand backing up toward hip, stretch, repeat.
So I had a couple of technical difficulties recording on my last couple of sets. So I ended up coming over to this Techno Gym cross axis upper back row. My absolute favorite upper back row of all time. I can't think of one that I like any better than this. Maybe the pre-core flight, plate loaded, but this is an awesome machine hitting that mid trap area, upper back area, a little bit of rear delts in there as well. Did a couple sets there at 12 to 15. And then you'll notice here in a second, I'll go over to this cable pull down. I did some mad grip, about medium grip pull downs. I only ended up recording like maybe one rep because my phone kept giving out or going out. But yeah, anyway, proof that I did them is kind of there, I guess. But after the workout, we ended up going to Benchakitti Park to take Sophie on a walk. We had never been there before, so that was our first time going. At least my first time going. I'm not sure that Leila or Sophie have been before. Maybe they have, but anyway, in this particular dog park, you have to keep her on a leash. Obviously, clean up after her. Those are a couple of the rules. So it's a little bit different than just a normal dog park like back in the States where they just get to run around freely. There are dog parks like that here, but this wasn't one of them. So yeah, we just kind of walked around. There was quite a few people out. It felt so good outside. There's Sophie making a couple of friends. But yeah, we walked around that little area, and then there was another bigger park across the street that's also dog friendly. Very beautiful at night. You can see the skyline, the fountains that are there. So it was very beautiful. Then we decided to walk to dinner, and I took a little video of just kind of the city, very New York-esque. I think a lot of people think of Thailand and think of like islands and trees and whatnot, maybe a little bit dirty, but it's actually pretty clean and cool and modern in certain areas. But yeah, as we're walking to dinner, we see all kinds of shops. Restaurants, tuk-tuks. It's very lively, and we finally made our way to my favorite restaurant right now, which is Nana Seafood. I love people watching, being able to sit outside and just keep an eye on everybody while we eat. And we ended up ordering some cashew nut chicken, tom yum soup with shrimp, green chicken curry, and a pad thai, and then we washed it down with some coconut water at the end. So if you like this video, you like the way these are going, please like and subscribe, and we'll keep them coming to you always.